Welcome to the part 2 of custom module creation. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my channel. Thank you for the feedback you are giving to me. Thank you so much. And now let's start with part 2 of the custom module. Okay, so if you haven't seen part 1, then I request you to go to the part 1 video. Open that link will be present here in the description. Open that link in the new tab and you watch that complete video and then come back to this video. Okay, so let's start with part 2. So in the part 1 we see that we have created a link in the footer called as a my module. Okay, and we have also given here configurations. Here configurations for enabling and disabling of this link or this custom module from the Magento admin panel. Okay, so let's see that as well. The coach SMB and then my module. Okay, so once I click on that, the enable and disable option is there, right? So now what we will do here is, once the user clicks on this, this link, our custom model link, now this page come up 404. Why? Because we haven't written any code to display content on this custom module. And we haven't given the path of our module. So that's why it's showing up 404. So today's goal is to display some content on this page. And in the coming videos we will see how to display data from the database. We will create tables in our database for custom module, and that table data we will display here. But in today's video we will see how we can display some of the content. Let's start. So in this article, we will see how we can proceed with this. So there are 5 steps that we need to follow. The step number 1, create a route to our module. The way we just see that this is the URL of our custom module. So what we need to do, front name, controller and actual, that forms the Magento URL. So we need to give path like this in our coding. So what is the way, what is the approach to do that? We need to create a root.xml file in etc folder of frontend. Why frontend? Because this is the frontend area. If we need to create, then we in admin panel, then we will create the root.file in the admin. etc admin HTML, but this is our frontend part, so that's why we will create the root.xml file in etc folder frontend. So this front end name is very important in this case. So whatever name, the URL first, this is the front name, this is very important. This name will be referred after the domain name. So my domain name is sonal.magento.com and this is the front name. Clear? So let's create root.xml file. So this is my custom module, the coach SMB my module. We have created these files in the first video, the part 1 video. Do watch it. So let's start with creating root.xml file. Let me create front end folder in etc. This is my etc folder, and let's make cool. So this is front end. Let me just take a reference of Magento to render, then Magento root. Here you can see the list of all modules. We will see a simple module so that you guys can understand it clearly. Example of contact us module. So here etc, then front end, and this is the root. So I'm just copying and pasting it in here. So what data do I need to update? Let's see. Router ID is standard, yes, because it refers to front end. If we are working for admin HTML, admin part, then here we will write admin. Clear? Let's see. Root ID and front name, we keep it as the same, because that needs to be our ID. So just copy that name here and paste it. And then our module name. Save. Here we have pasted Perfect. Cool. You can simply copy this code and can paste here. Nothing to worry. Cool. Awesome. Next step is to create a controller for this path, right? Front name we have created. Now is the time to create controller. So we will create a controller folder here, okay? And now our path is like, you know, my module index. Okay, so controller is the index name and action is also the index, right? So let's create, go to our folder, doc.smb. Here create a folder controller. Spelling should be correct and C should be capital. Controller, okay. Then one more folder here, index, and then index.php. Okay, let me just copy this and rename it to clear. Open the content and copy content from here. I will explain you, don't worry. Okay, so this is my index.php file in here. Okay, so let's first understand why index.php file name is there and why not other. Okay, why haven't we given index.php only? Okay, so see, our URL, we want the URL like this, right? So you know, front name in controller and action. So front name we have done. Now is the controller, okay, and then action. So by default in Magento, what happens is, whatever file name, okay, we give, depending upon the URL here, we need to follow the path, like, you know, controller, and then this name will be here and this name will be class name. Very important point, okay? These are minor things which I am telling you, okay, that will help you in future and in your current work as well, okay? Keep this point very important, okay? So this is module name. Once again I am repeating, okay? So this is front name controller, okay? So in the controller folder we will create a folder index, and this index is our class name. Clear? One more point is, whatever will be the class name, that name will be the file name also, like index then .php. Index.php file indicates this complete path. Clear? Awesome, right? Very simple. Okay, let's understand then. Class index extends action. Okay, so what does it action? Action represents to this. Okay, in the same way, this is a constructor, okay, and page factory. So what exactly is doing is, we are getting a result in the layout file, okay, sorry, in the layout. So that code we are going to write here in the step 3, okay. So yeah, so clear for this. So execute function will be automatically executed, okay, and what it's doing, it is showing us the layout structure of our model. So whatever will be the output from the layout, that we will display here, okay, written. Clear? So one more point I want to explain here, okay. Suppose you write simply, you hit the URL like this only in the browser, what happens? You haven't written index/index, what will happen? So in that case, what Magento 2 does is, index is by defaultly automatically being considered by Magento 2 system. So if it is not mentioned in the URL, it will take it as an index, okay, index and index. Suppose you want to create some other action, instead of index we will put it as a post, for example. In that case, you need to mention in the URL, okay, domain name, front name, action, sorry, controller, and then action. So module name /index/post. But if your action is index, then there is no need to mention like this. We can simply put this in the browser. Clear? Okay, I will show you in the browser, don't worry about it. Let me just finish this, you know, code. So so that we can see the output. Okay, so this is clear. You can see the explanation also here. Okay, I will give you the link of this page in the description. You go and read all the details which is given here. Okay, next step is to create the layout structure for it. Okay, so what will be the layout of our page? So what will be the layout? We want 2 column left. Okay, so I have given it here. Okay, can you see it? Page and then layout 2 column left. Clear? So in this way we can give the layout, like 1 column it will show only our content, 3 columns, some right here, 1 content will be there, 1 portion is there, then the content, and then left, right, and then content. These 3 columns will be there, right? Okay, so now let's understand the code. Head title, it means the title. Can you see when I mouse over to here, it says 404 not found, but when we give title as a the coach SMB dash my module, this title will display here. Okay, and what we are doing here, we have created a block class. Why is this so? Because whenever we need to display some functions, okay, some data we want from the functions, that functions we can define in the blocks. Okay, in that blocks we can connect to, I mean we can display a lot of data there. Okay, I will discuss in the upcoming videos, so don't worry. Okay, so this is unique name which is given to the block, and then template. So what will be the PHTML file that will be used to display the content. Okay, so this is the location. Okay, I will tell you how we can calculate the location as well. Okay, clear? Let's go and create this file. So where to go? App code frontend, view frontend layout, and then this my module index underscore index. This is also very important, okay, to consider what should be the name of the file. This is very important point. Okay, so whatever will be the URL of your custom module, that URL will help you here in giving name. Okay, so my module underscore index underscore action, right? Index. So if your URL is like my module slash index slash post, in that case my module underscore index underscore post will be the file. Clear? Simple, right? Let's see, let's go and create this front end, and here view front end layout, and let's just copy and paste and give the name like this. Okay, clear? Let's edit this file. Okay, and let's copy the content here from here and paste it. Okay, as you know you can take a reference from contact us module or any other module, not compulsorily contact us. You can use any other module as well. So here likewise, just I would just want to tell you the content. So this is the same content we are using. Okay, they used in the contact us 1 column. Okay, we are using 2 column left. Okay, and reference block content I have written, and block is same is the format. Okay, we don't need additional information and other arguments, so I haven't used this. Okay, clear? We also used block class given name and then reference to the template file. We have used this code. Clear? Simple? Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's create a block functions which we define, which we mentioned here. Okay, so let's go to our module, create here block folder. B should be capital, B should be capital. Naming convention very important. Okay, article, so article is also the file name. Okay, copy and okay, so in this way naming convention is used to find the location of the file as well. Okay, so this is your module, this is block, and then article is the file name. What code we need to write? We need to define here a function so that we can use these functions in our PHTML functions to PHTML to call, right? So let's copy the content from here. It's very simple, nothing complicated. I have written very simple. This is just the namespace. This we need to give the path, like, you know, and this is the I explained article.php, so that should be the same class name. Template is referring to here, okay, and this is the constructor. Here the context and the data is used. Now public function get articles. This is the function we are using. Okay, what data you can, you know, do lots of things here in the functions. Okay, you know, call to some other function, or maybe you know, call to some do some lots of stuff here. Whatever logic you want to display, okay, you can write here. Okay, so for now I just tried to display some content. Okay, and in the coming video we will with the help of block we will display table content in the page, custom module page. Okay, this page. Okay, clear so far? Save this file and let's go and create the template file for displaying content. Okay, so if meanwhile if you try to see the front end output, it will throw you an error. Reason being, this file is mentioned in our layout file, right? This is the file path we have mentioned, and this file is being used. So if you haven't created it, of course Magento will throw an error, right? So first complete this all and then just check the output. Okay, so create template file. This is the last step we are going to do for displaying content for the custom URL. Okay, so yeah, let's create a template folder in templates. Okay, folder's name is very important. Templates in view front end. My module view front end. Here create a new folder templates, and we will give view.html file. Templates here form is given. What we will give? We will give view. Simple. Location is what? Very important. See, the coach HTML underscore module represent till this path. Okay, layout templates will take this path. Okay, and what is the view.html? This file. What if we have a folder like post, okay, and inside of that we want to create a view folder? Clear? In that case, what will be the path of that file? It will here post / view.html will be the path to the template file. Clear? Okay, good. Okay, so let's open up the content. So these are the contents of contact us, right? We just copied. So in this way, you know, you can write the content in the HTML file. So see, block get function is getting called, get form action function is getting called. Okay, so these functions in contact us module, okay, must be defined in block class. See, can you see get form action? So in this way, you know, you can call functions from the block, and you can write some different logics there, right? So these are the validation check. Can you see? You can display the text box, you know, email address, and its validation also. So phone number. So lots of things we can do here. You know, you can submit the forms like this. But for now, I am just displaying a simple content like. So lots of things we can do. Okay, it's very easy if you know exact flow of, you know, custom module, exact flow of how Magento works, then things becomes very easy. Okay, so my approach is just to tell you the exact path, exact way to do the things in Magento system, so that if you get some error, you should be very clear with what is the issue. Okay, so this is the content which I have written in view.html file, just displaying a simple content like this is my first module, and also trying to call a block function. Okay, $block. Okay, So if you want to call the block function, you need to call it like this, $block and then function name. So here function name is getArticles. Clear, right? Awesome. Let me just save this file. And after doing this stuff, okay, we need to clear the cache once. Okay, so once it's open up, we will refresh the cache and we will see these changes. Let me just log in. Okay, okay. Okay, let's revise all the steps. Root path, what it is used for, we created front name reference here, right? Then we created controller here and the index action as well. Then we create the layout where we have displayed the block function name and the template file. This file will take use of this class for functions to be used. Okay, block for creating functions and template for displaying data. Awesome, right? Once we clear the cache, and we will hit this URL and we will get this output. Okay, awesome. So finger crossed. Let me just click on my module link here and let's see the magic. Awesome, right? So can you see here? Now the title is the CoachSMB my module, the one we have given here. Yes, yeah, awesome. Then this is the title. Okay, then this is my first module and getArticles functions of the block class called successfully. Can you see this message? Awesome. And also this content, both of them. Awesome, very easy. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. Okay, stay tuned for more videos because more awesome videos are going to come up. Okay, in the next video we'll see how to display how to create a table in the custom module and how to display that table data in our custom page. Okay, so do let me know these videos are helping you. Okay, do comment below because your feedback is very important to me. Okay, it gives me an idea and the satisfaction as well. Okay, so thank you so much and do subscribe and like and keep watching. Thank you so much.